and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a really fun winter wonderland holiday makeup tutorial. I'm so excited to finally be doing holiday looks. I feel like the holidays just really bring out so much inspiration for me when it comes to makeup, and I just really wanted to do something totally crazy and different. I was looking through my pictures a while back and I saw a really intense blue smoky eye that I did, and it gave me just so much inspiration to go ahead and kind of recreate it in a different way for the holiday season. So I really wanted to do this makeup look for you guys. It's kind of like a blue silvery cut crease. The silver kind of turned into like a light blue, but I'm not mad at it. I think it still looks really, really cool. Of course, I feel like this is a look that you have to continue to do. I mean, like when I was doing this look, I started to feel like just with the eyes done, I was starting to look like an alien. But as you keep going with looks like these, honestly, you will be so happy with the end result. I really love the way that it turned out because it's so much fun. It's so different. I feel like I've been doing a lot of kind of natural and simple looks, but with the holidays coming, I really want to just put myself out there and do really, really fun looks. So I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. I have a couple more ideas for the holidays, and I definitely want to do more videos for December. Sorry about that. So get excited for that. So I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. If you do, please make sure you get a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel if you're not already. I'll see you guys in my next video, and I hope you enjoy. Bye.
So first, I'm going to go ahead and moisturize my skin. You guys know my favorite is the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Moisturizer. So going ahead and putting some on my face, just dabbing it all over and then blending it in. This is my favorite moisturizer in the whole wide world, especially when it comes to makeup. So definitely check this out. Of course, I'll link everything down below for you guys. Then to go ahead and prime my eyes, I'm using my Urban Decay Primer Potion in Original, applying it to the eyes and then blending it out with my fingers. So first, I'm going to go in with the Morphe 35O M palette, which is the matte palette, taking the shade all the way in the upper left, and I'm going to go ahead and place this as my brow bone highlight. So just placing it right underneath the brow, and then I do blend it down into the rest of my eye look, so just applying that all over. For the transition shade, I'm going in with a mixture of these two with my Sigma E40 blending brush, just going back and forth from outer corner all the way to inner corner, also blending it up so everything's nice and blended together, and just going really, really soft with this color. Then after that, I'm going to go in with Scotch tape, rip off a piece and put it on the back of my hand to get off the stickiness, and applying it along my lower lash line and just making sure that both sides are even. Then I'm going to go in with my Natasha Denona palette. This is the blue purple palette, and I'm taking the blue all the way in the bottom right. I will say you can use any blue that you have. I think that this tutorial is just honestly any blue you have. I will go in with another blue color later on, but first I'm going in and just placing it right in the outer corner, and then as you will see, taking the shadow into my crease and bringing it into the inner corner of my eye. I'm going in with a little bit of blue at a time, just making sure that it's really nice and blended, and we will go in and add more colors just to make sure that the blue is blended into our eye look, because it is in a sense a harsh shadow. So as you can see, I'm then going in with this shadow right here from that same Morphe palette, and I'm going to put this between the blue and the transition shade, and that's what's going to blend these colors together, because obviously as you can see, blue is such a harsh color that the look really isn't complete if you don't have a shadow that blends the two together. So I'm just going back and forth really, really lightly with the shadow and blending them together. Then going in with my Lorac Pro 2 palette, I'm going to take the navy shade from this palette. Like I said, any blue shadows that you have will do. I am just going to go ahead and deepen up the blue a little bit more using the navy from the Rock palette. Again, starting from the outer corner and bringing it all the way to the inner corner. I don't go too high with the blue. I mainly keep it into the crease and blend it up slightly, but not too much, because if you blend it up too high, that's when your eye is going to look like you got punched in the eye and everything like that. So just really mainly keeping it in the crease, and I do go back in with a little bit more of that brown and just blend it into the crease so everything is nice and blended together. Then for the lid shade, I wanted to go in with a silver. So what I'm doing first is going in with a concealer. Any concealer that you have will do. This one is by Urban Decay. It's their Naked Concealer. I'm just going to go ahead and apply that on the eye, and then I do blend it out a little bit more with my Sigma concealer brush. So placing this mainly in the inner half of my eye. Then going in with the Natasha Denona palette, I'm taking that same the silver color that's right above the blue, and that is going to go all over the lid. Like I said at the beginning of this tutorial, I really wanted the lid to be really, you know, silvery. So if you have like a silver glitter, of course you go ahead and do that. I felt like maybe it's because the blue was down first. I just felt like this color turned more of like a light blue, which again, like I said, I'm not mad at the way this turned out. I really loved the way it turned out, but I was more so going for a silver on the lids. If you have a really intense silver shade, or if you have silver glitter, that will definitely show the silver even more. Just going ahead and put that all over, and you know, your look will look complete and beautiful and really holiday-y. But like I said, I am not mad at the way this turned out. Then going back in with the blue, if you want to use the Lorac blue or the Tasha Denona blue, just going in lightly a little bit at a time, and just going back and forth between the outer corner blue and that lid shade, because of course you don't want to have any harsh lines. So just keep going back and forth, and making sure that that shadow really blends into the rest of your eye look, because like I said, you don't want to have a harsh line. So I'm just going to go back and forth and get it to your liking. Next, any black that you have will do. I am going in with a black shadow just to deepen that outer corner even more. I feel like black and blue, it just gives such a beautiful color together, because I feel like the blue, it's beautiful, but it's a little flat. So just to add a little bit more dimension and a little bit more of a darkness to this look, I do go in with some black with that same blending brush and just applying it right to the outer corner. I do go in a little bit later, as you guys will see in the later part of this tutorial, and I will add more black. Then I'm going to go ahead and do winged liner. I did do my winged liner off camera as well as my lashes, because I'm horrible at filming them. So I did do a winged liner, and then I applied my Ardell Studio Wispy lashes. Any lash that you have will do with this look. I wanted to do a lash that was more flipped, a little bit more flipped out at the end, if you know what I mean. Flicked out, I should say, just to really accentuate that wing. So now to go ahead and do the face, I'm going in with my LC Pearl Radiance Primer, applying this all over the face, of course. Then I'm going in with my Becca primer. This is the purple one, and it just really gives your face more luminosity. It gives your face more of a lift, because it's been so cold recently, so I just felt like I need a little bit more of kind of a life to my skin. It was feeling kind of dull, so I just wanted to go ahead and apply this all over the face, blending it in, of course, and I love the smell of this stuff. It's amazing. For foundation today, I'm going in with my Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. Now, this is a matte foundation. I'm more of a dewy person, but I feel like lately I've just been loving this foundation. And then of course, being that I did kind of apply that base with the luminous, you know, Becca primer, I just love the two combined. Then going in with my Sigma foundation brush, I dampen it with a little bit of the Mario Badescu Facial Herbs and Aloe and Rose Water Spray, and I'm gonna go ahead and just blend that out. For concealer, I'm going in with my LA Girl Pro Conceal in Natural, just applying this under the eyes, as you can see, and then I do go ahead and highlight my face with this concealer as well. To blend it out, I'm going back with my Sigma foundation brush, and then I do go in with you want to make sure you watch your wings, by the way, you blend it out, and then I do go in with the Sigma 4D HD blending brush. Oh my god, I love this for inner corner, underneath the eyes. It just blends it out so beautifully. So just going ahead and blending all that out. After that is blended out, then of course we want to go ahead and set the under eyes. I'm using my RCMA No Color powder and setting the under eyes as well as the rest of my face with this powder. I just go ahead, I really press it in under the eyes just to make sure that the concealer doesn't crease for the rest of the day. And then just for the rest of my face, I kind of just dust it all over. I do press it into my forehead, being that my forehead does get a little bit oily. So I do go ahead and press it into the forehead, but then with the rest of my face, I do just go ahead and dust it all over, especially now that it's winter time. My skin does get really dry in the winter. Then for brows, I'm going with my Anastasia brow definer in soft brown, just to go ahead and outline them and just fill in the sparse areas. And then to fill in the rest of my brows, I do go in with my Sigma brow powder in medium, just to go ahead and fill them in. And I just kind of fast forward because everyone does their brows differently. You guys have seen me do it a million times, so really fast forward. There we go, done. To go ahead and bronze up the face, I'm going in with my Sigma blush powder brush, and then I'm going in with my MAC dark pressed powder, just to go ahead and bronze up the face. And then to contour a little bit more, I'm going in, of course, with my Kat Von D Shade Light Contour Palette and my Sigma contour brush, just to go ahead and chisel out those cheeks, my forehead a little bit more, just to make sure that everything is nice and contoured. For blush, I'm going in with the Jouer Cosmetics blush, and this is in the shade, I believe it's called Blush. I could be wrong. I'll leave it down below for you guys. I'm just gonna go very, very, very light with this blush. You could go with a nice color. You could just do a very soft, kind of natural, neutral color as well. I just wanted to go in with a little bit of color on the cheeks, but like I said, as you can see, it's very, very soft. For highlight, I'm going in with the Anastasia Illuminator, and so Hollywood, of course, applying this to the cheekbones, as well as the top of the nose and the Cupid's bow. And then I did want to go ahead and just add a little bit more of kind of like a whitey kind of highlight, because this does have a little bit of a gold in it, just to kind of go with the lid shade. So I do go in with Becca Moonstone just to add a little bit right on top of So Hollywood, and that gives me the highlight that I wanted. Back to the eyes, I'm going in with any black that I have. This one's by Makeup Geek, and going in with my Sigma E45 brush. This is where I'm going to go ahead and darken up that outer corner even more. My tip is to go in with a little bit of black at a time to get it to your liking, because since we did do the face, we don't want to get any black fallout on the face. If you do get any fallout, make sure you kind of brush it away right away. Don't let it sink into your foundation at all. So I am just going to go ahead and apply this right to the outer corner just to really deepen it and darken it and getting it to my liking. I just feel like I said, the black with the blue just is so, so gorgeous. Then going in with Navy from The Rock, I'm taking my Sigma E15 and just tapping it to my lower lash line. You don't want to go really, really intense with the blue, and I didn't really want to blend it out with like a blending brush, because if you blend out blue, I found that it gives you kind of the opposite effect, and it's not, I just don't like blending out blue eyeshadow too much, especially on the lower lash line. So what I do is just go back and forth with the E15, and as you can see, going back and forth with that, I do start to blend it slightly, and then going in with a very small pencil brush by Sigma, I'm just going to go ahead and just blend it out a little bit more. I don't go in with a big fluffy blending brush or anything like that, because I just want the blend to be more precise. Then for liner, I'm going in with my Tarte Skinny Smolder eyeliner in Onyx. Any black liner that you have will do. I'm just going to go ahead and place it right into the waterline. If you want to go ahead and use gel liner like we did on the upper lid, you could do that as well. And then for the last step, I'm going to go ahead and apply some mascara just to the upper lashes, and then of course applying a good coat to the lower lashes as well. I then decided to go in with a little bit of black just to go ahead and apply it right to the outer corner, just to tie the whole look together, kind of like we did on the upper lid, just to give a little bit more dimension to the lower lash line as well. Then for inner corner highlight, I do go in with Moonstone by Becca, and I'm just applying it right to the inner corner. And of course, I love this highlight. It's gorgeous, but I wanted to have just more of a white highlight. So I do go in with the Becca highlighter in Pearl. This was actually part of the Jaclyn Hill, like her first highlight palette that she first came out with. But I know that they did sell Pearl individually. So if you do have Pearl, go ahead and apply that right to the inner corner. And then for the lips, I'm going in with the MAC lip liner in Boldly Bare, just to go ahead and line those lips out. For lipstick, I'm going to go in with Dose of Colors Stone, which is a really beautiful kind of mauvey, purple, bluey, not blue, not blue. It's a mauvey pinky color for the lips, and I just love it. I think it's so complementary with blue that I do go in with the Boldly Bare just to outline the lips a little bit more, to give them a little bit more dimension. For lip gloss, I'm going in with the Becca Gloss. This is in Champagne Bellini, I believe, which I love this gloss, but I wanted to add a little bit more of a sparkle since it is the holidays, you know, go all out. I'm going in with the Jouer Lip Topper in Frostbite and adding it right to the center of the lips, and after that, your look is complete. So I hope you guys enjoy, like the video, and subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you guys in my next tutorial. Bye.